Hello, everybody. My name is Eric, and today we are searching for similar game cards for an input that we give with our Rust Quadrant vector database. So let's just jump into some of the initial details. Um, Vector databases are naturally involve embeddings for the different types of records that you input into the vector database, and the Quadrant framework is actually pretty useful. It already has a Docker image that you could just run native, just run it straight, and it's pretty incredible. And another thing that really stuck out to me as well is just the fact that there's also documentation in Rust for being able to run it fairly easily, and it has almost everything that you need to just get everything running, as well as the individual documentation itself. So that was just the repo for the Rust client, but this actually has everything that you need in the different languages that you're programming in, Python, Rust, and so forth. And yeah, choice for Rust in this case is both an interest of the class and the fact that it's pretty efficient. Even the project sizes are pretty small. In this case, it was close to a gigabyte, but still, it was very fast running, and it was really straightforward to work with the documentation for the Rust client. One thing I will point out is that the printing is a little bit rough around the edges for the debug because it was for debugging purposes. So you'll see it here in the in some of the commands here. See, it says debug collection list. So the output that comes out of it is a little rough. But yeah, let's jump into it. Um, with all that being said, let me first show the logic as to what's being done. What's a little bit special about this? So here, for example, we established the collection called test. And here we say, hey, our vector is going to have a dimension of 10. And the distance that you're going to be using to assess um, the metric that you're going to be, the way you're going to assess the distance between vectors is with cosine similarity. And so for here, for example, there's a point struct where I'm adding the a bunch of cards from different games. I have the Dark Magician from the Yu-Gi-Oh series, and you can see all of those vector embedding there. I have another one that's the vector embedding for Blitz Greymon from the Digimon series, and then the final embedding, which is Bolshak Dragon from Duel Masters. And then after that, I search for the vector, and this and then I allow the user to input what the different embeddings that they would like to find, for which they would like to find similar cards, and and then it's just the result is then shown at the end, and then the vector that they inputted shows up here in vector search vector. That's what this individual vector is being compared distance wise to all the other vectors. So yeah, let's just jump into demoing the process. So just like the documentation suggests, we run these commands to make sure we just run in the project. Let's first run, let me actually show you where I got it from. Up here. So this is as the dependencies, I already have those. It would just be the upper one up here. See, that's the Docker image running. You're going to see the quadrant logo come up pretty quickly. You can open it in browser, but the only thing you'll see is this. And leave this running. And now we head over here. And now from here is just smooth sailing. Believe I have, actually I can even go back because I have a Docker command for this. I mean, sorry, a make command for this. Yeah, it's building the project. It should be about done in a bit. Shouldn't have to wait too long. Sped it up a bit. See, there's our values. So let me just make a bunch of random values. 0 0.7, 0 0.8, 0 0.6, 0 0.2, 0 0.9, 0 0.3, 0 0.7, 0 0.5, 0 0.4. All right, so that's our output. Let me show you how to read it. This is the part where I said it was a little messy. But basically, here, for example, you'll see the Dark Magician card from Yu-Gi-Oh! And the similarity score is 85%. Then you'll see the Digimon card for Blitz Greymon, 84%. And lastly, you'll see the Bullshack Dragon card, which is 75%. So it looks like our most similar card to our vector is the Dark Magician. So yeah, thank you for watching the demo. This is it for the similarity search for our game cards for this using Rust Qdrant.